Onegaishimasu everybody, and welcome back to another Bunkai video. So today we're going to be working on Seiunchin Bunkai, and Seiunchin has a lot of Bunkai, especially compared to Saifa and Geksarai. It has a ton. So I think it has 11. So we're going to just get right into it, and we're going to start off like always with, we're going to do the kata first. Now the purpose of this video is to teach you guys the Bunkai for this kata, so I want you to do everything that I'm doing with me. Now this footage is not mirrored. I'm assuming if you're learning the Bunkai that you already know the kata Seiunchin, so this is not going to be a how-to on the kata. I want you to just turn away from the video for a minute and do Seiunchin on your own. Okay, go for it. Small disclaimer here while we're working on our kata, guys. Yes, I know some of this footage is a bit blurry, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm still trying to figure out how to work this camera thing. Not filming on my iPhone anymore, so filming on the Nikon is a little bit difficult for me. But I'm getting there. I'll get better one day, I swear. Good, so that's about it for this kata. Good job, guys. So we're going to get into doing the Bunkai now, of course. Now how this is going to go is I'm going to show you the part of the kata that we're going to be applying here, and then I'm going to show you the Bunkai in slow motion, and then we're going to do the Bunkai twice. So it's going to go kata, slow, fast, fast. So this is the part of the kata that we're utilizing, and I've slowed down a lot of the footage here because it's just sort of easier to get a feel for what we're doing. Now this is going to be the Bunkai done in slow motion. So what the Bunkai is for this is your partner would grab both of your wrists, but of course I don't have a partner because quarantine. So your partner grabs both of your wrists, you pull up your wrists, you break their grip, and then you knee them in the groin like this, or the gut, or I suppose whatever you can reach. So again, they grab your wrists, you pull up to break the grip, and then you drop back into a Zen Kutsudachi. So try it along with me here. So your job throughout all of this is to follow along with me. I don't want anyone just sitting there staring. I need you to follow along. I've mirrored this footage, I've put it all together, and I want you to learn this stuff, okay? So let's do it together. And like I said, I just want to say this one more time. I have mirrored this footage. That means that you should be doing everything and using me like a mirror for this. Now, let's get into Bunkai number 2. So Bunkai number 2 is a Sukui Uke, a scoop up, and a Nukite, a poke under the ribs. When doing this one with a partner, you're going to scoop up, grab them underneath their elbow when they punch you, then your hand slides down, you curve over and you grab their wrist, then they pull back, and what you're going to do is slide forward in a shikodachi. So grab the wrist, slide forward in a shikodachi, and then you're going to poke them under the ribs just like this with your Nukite. So some of these Bunkai use the Japanese descriptors and some I've decided to use the English ones. This is just the way that I remember it a little bit better. So I like to call this one the pushback. So what you're going to do is you're going to push down on your partner's punch. They attack you with a punch. You're just going to drop your hand down, straight down like this. At the same time, you're going to knock them in the chest with your fist, and then you pull your hands back, you open them up, and you push them away. Try it with me. Bunkai number 4 is going to be the Enpi Ate, also known as the elbow strike. So what you're going to do is you're going to knock your partner's hand down just like the last one. They attack you with a punch. You're going to push it down like this. Then you're going to slide up their arm, grab the back of their head, and elbow them in the face. And of course, if you're working with a partner, you're not going to hurt them. You're going to go nice and gentle. And let's do it a couple more times just so that you guys can remember it. So push their hand down, slide up their arm, grab their head, and elbow them in the face. It's time for Bunkai number 5. This one is the ear strike, or the Hojo Uke as it's called in the manual. So for this one, our closed hand is going to be blocking, just like this. And what that is blocking a punch away. Then you're going to slide up around your partner in a cat stance, and you're going to hit them in the side of the head with that open hand. And the strike is aimed right for their ear. Now it's time to apply our low blocks, this part of the kata here, where we slide down into shikidachi and we do a low block. And this low block in the bunkai is actually being used as a strike. So you're going to use your closed hand to do a middle block to the outside of your partner's attacking hand. Then you're going to grab onto that wrist. So you block it, you grab onto it, and then you swing your back leg up, pull that arm across your chest, and do a low block. And I know it's a little bit difficult to imagine that when you don't have a partner there with you, but we've done this in class a couple of times, at least at my dojo. So if you have a sibling or a parent or someone around who can help you out with this, give it a try. Have them come over, give you a punch, and see if you can work it out on your own. Bunkai number 7 is going to be our takedown bunkai. Now this one is really difficult to do, at least I found, without a partner present. So what this is you're going to use your upper hand to do a high block, your lower hand to grab a kick, and then you're going to swing around and take your partner down to the floor straight on their back. So if you're going to use a partner on this, be really, really careful. Take them down really slow and sort of let them fall on their own. Especially if you're younger, you don't want to slam anyone back first into the floor. So I've turned to the side for this, so it's a little easier for you guys to see which way I'm turning. And of course you can see my manual up there on the wall just to make sure I'm getting the turning direction right. It's kind of difficult when you don't have someone in front of you kicking you to know which way to turn. Okay, number 8 I like to refer to as the left-handed attack, because your partner is going to attack you with their left hand instead of their right hand. Usually these attacks are done with your partner's right hand. On this one, they're going to start by attacking you with their left hand. So you're going to do a low block with your left hand, and then you're going to do an Uchi Uke with your right hand. Then you're going to slide forward, and both hands are going to do a back fist, one aimed to the nose and one aimed to the groin. Bunkai number 9 is going to be the most, in my opinion at least, iconic part of Seiunchin. So for this bunkai, you're going to do a middle block when your partner attacks you, turn over, grab it like with a lot of bunkai, slide up after that low block, and then back fist and low block again. And that low block, just like in the earlier bunkai, is going to be used as a strike to the groin. So one more time, middle block, turn over, grab. Slide up their chest, strike them in the chin, back fist them in the nose, and low blocks strike to the groin. Bunkai number 10 is going to be the bear hug of this kata, also known as the Hazushi waza. So this is this part here, this grip breaking bear hug that you've got right here. So what this is someone grabs you from the back over your arms. You're going to curl up, use your back flexibility to get them off of you, and then turn around and punch them in the chest. So again, use that open hand there to, I call it bracing, but you're actually using a shote to push your partner back a little further and then punch them right in the chest. Now for Bunkai 11, we're going to do the back fist Uraken Uchi that you do right before you finish off the kata, this part right here. So what you're going to do is your partner's going to punch you, you're going to block their hand down and back fist them in the nose just like that. Now it's time for the final bunkai, one of my favorites from this kata, the eye strike. So what this is someone is going to try to grab you in the throat. That's the attack for this. They're going to try to grab you in the throat, but not quite succeed. You're going to push them back before they can get their hands on you. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off in heikodachi like all the other bunkai. Just like this, you're going to drop back into a cat stance. Clear their attempted grip away with your elbows, and then you're going to jab them right in the eyes. Now some people like to say, but what about glasses? Go under the glasses. Now again, remember, you're using your elbows to clear that grip off, and I had to slow this footage down a lot to get that in because that's a really quick movement. Use your elbows to push their attempted neck grab away. Now that's actually it for the bunkais, guys. I mean, 12 bunkai doesn't feel like a lot. It's a lot to remember though. So next up, we're actually going to do a review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the kata demonstration and I'm going to take out the slow motion bunkai. And what I want from you is to try to remember them without looking at me. Now you might have to go over the first portion of this video a couple more times before you get to the point where you remember them all without looking, but do your best, okay? Now let's get into it. We're gonna start going over them one by one, and we're just gonna go through this pretty quickly, okay? So try to keep up. Bunkai number 1, we're gonna start with wrist grab, and I'm gonna be quiet here. I'm just gonna let you look at the screen and try to follow along. And remember, this footage is mirrored, so you can copy me exactly. We're actually going to do each of these bunkai twice a piece, so each one we're going to do 2 times. Okay guys, I'm going to be quiet now and you do your thing and follow along, okay? That's it, guys. That's the last one. Good job. We're done. So I don't know if you guys are all going to remember all of these bunkai by the time this 13 or 14 minute video is over with, but I hope that at least helps you guys. Now I know some of you are going to need to know bunkai for your gradings, and these bunkai are the Canadian version. This is the IOGKF Canada version of the bunkai, straight from the manual. So hopefully this can help you guys, and just remember, if you are not from IOGKF Canada, these might not be the proper bunkai for you. So just make sure that you check with your sensei, check with your organization, and see if these are right for you guys before you decide to take this as the spoken word, you know. So but anyway, I hope that this can help somebody, and good luck out there.